Have you ever felt like your life is just getting swept up in this chaotic whirlwind, where negative emotions, toxic relationships, and unexpected challenges leave you totally drained? You figure if you're kind enough, patient enough, things will turn around. But the truth is, sometimes that very kindness ends up being the chain that holds you back. That's why today we're diving deeper into Stoicism, this ancient way of life that's still super relevant in our modern world. The main topic of this video is 10 Stoic rules that will change your life forever. These rules aren't just about regaining control over yourself. They'll turn you into a stronger, calmer version of you, one that's impossible to manipulate. If you're looking for real change, hit that subscribe button to Stoic Mindful Life right now and turn on notifications so you get weekly lessons to sharpen your mind, build inner peace, and live a more meaningful life. Ready to kick off this journey? Let's dive in together. I'm your Stoicism expert, breaking down each rule in detail with real-life examples, quotes from the wise sages, and practical ways to apply them to your everyday life. We'll go deeper and expand beyond the basics, so you don't just get it, you can start living it right away. Rule 1. Focus on what you can control. The first rule, the absolute core of Stoicism, is to zero in on what you can actually control and let go of everything else that's out of your hands. Epictetus, a former slave who became this incredible philosopher, often taught us, it's not the events that make us suffer, but how we perceive them. In life, you can't control other people's actions, like a narcissist deliberately messing with you through biting words disguised as jokes. But you can totally control your own reactions. Picture this. You're in a toxic relationship where your partner keeps pushing your boundaries. Instead of trying to change them, which is impossible, focus on building your inner strength. For example, I know a woman who spent years trying to heal her husband with endless patience. She thought if she was kind enough, he'd change. But what happened? She ended up exhausted, and he stayed the same. When she applied this rule, she realized she could only control her emotions and decisions. She started setting limits, and bit by bit, her life transformed forever. This rule doesn't just save you from wasting energy. It brings a deep sense of calm because you're no longer caught in someone else's emotional storm. Practice it daily. Every morning, jot down 3 things you can control, like your attitude, actions, and choices, to build a solid foundation for your soul. Rule 2. Accept what you can't change. Next up, rule number 2. Accept what you can't change instead of fighting it pointlessly. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Your kindness might get exploited by selfish people, but you can't change their nature. Resisting just makes you suffer more." Think about a real-life scenario. You're working with a narcissistic colleague who sees your help as their right. You listen to them, compromise with them, but they never show gratitude. They just see it as a chance to control you. If you try to fix them with patience, you'll burn out. Instead, accept that they're like that and focus on protecting yourself. I heard this story once. A young employee stayed up late helping her boss, thinking her dedication would pay off. But the boss took it for granted, and when she finally crashed, he said, "If you can't handle it, maybe this isn't the place for you." Once she accepted reality, she set boundaries and changed her life. She found a new job where her kindness was actually valued. This rule teaches us that acceptance isn't giving up. It's freeing yourself from unnecessary burdens. Apply it like this. Every night, reflect on one annoying thing from your day and ask yourself, can I change it? If not, I accept it and move forward. Rule 3. Live according to your natural essence. Rule number 3. Live according to your natural essence and don't let others define you. Seneca, the philosopher and royal advisor, warned, "The weak don't know how to love. They only know how to possess." In a world full of narcissists, they'll try to twist your essence by turning your kindness into submission. But Stoicism says you gotta live authentically, guided by reason and your inner morals, For instance, if you're always kind without limits, others will exploit it to control you. They test you with bitter jokes, subtle boundaries, and you stay silent to keep the peace. But that's not peace, it's surrender. Live your essence. You're kind, but you're also strong. A guy I counseled was manipulated by his ex-wife through emotions. He thought silence was wise, but he was losing himself. When he applied this rule, he said, "I'm not arguing anymore, but I won't tolerate disrespect." The result? She went quiet because he was living his true essence, calm but firm. This rule helps you ditch the illusion that kindness will change others, and instead, it strengthens your inner power. Practice it by reminding yourself daily of your core values and acting on them, no matter what others think. Rule 4. Practice daily gratitude. Rule number 4. Practice gratitude every day to balance your mind. Epictetus taught, "No one can harm you unless you let them." When facing narcissists, gratitude keeps you from getting sucked into their negative vortex. Instead of fixating on what they take, be thankful for what you have. Let's expand on an example. You might have a friend exploiting you, seeing your listening as their duty and your compromises as weakness. But if you're grateful for your health, family, or even the lessons from that experience, you won't suffer anymore. A woman once shared, "I was always kind to my boyfriend, but he just saw chances to control me. When I started a gratitude journal every night, thanking my inner calm, my self-determination, I slowly detached from him." This rule doesn't just shift how you see life. It makes you untouchable to manipulation. It goes further by encouraging gratitude for failures too, since they teach growth. Apply it. Spend 5 minutes each morning listing 3 things you're grateful for, and watch your life change forever. Rule 5. Stay calm in the face of adversity. Rule number 5. Stay calm in the face of adversity. Don't let emotions take over. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't confuse calmness with cowardice." When dealing with narcissists, they'll stir up your emotions to control you, calling you selfish, playing the victim. But calmness is your strongest weapon. Expand with an example. At work, a narcissistic boss might mock you, turning arguments into power games. If you react with anger, you lose. But if you stay calm, you step off their board. An employee I know was pushed to the edge by his boss, but he practiced deep breathing and reminded himself, "This is his nature, not mine." The outcome: the boss backed off because he lost control. This rule shows that calm isn't passive. It's actively choosing your response. Practice it by: when stress hits, pause for 10 seconds, breathe, and ask, "Will this reaction help?" Rule 6. Set clear boundaries. Rule number 6. Set clear boundaries to protect yourself. Seneca said, "If you want freedom, change how you let the world treat you." Boundaries aren't walls. They're shields for your kindness. Detailed example. With narcissists, they'll nudge you inch by inch, from jokes to emotional control. Without limits, you lose yourself. A wife once told me, "I always forgave, but when I set the boundary, 'I won't accept disrespect,' my husband panicked." This rule expands by teaching you to say no without guilt. Apply it. Identify 3 personal boundaries and enforce them weekly. Rule 7. Silence is strength. Rule number 7. Silence is strength, not weakness. Epictetus taught, "Not reacting is the strongest reaction." Narcissists thrive on your reactions, love or anger. Silence cuts off their fuel. Expand. When they cry and beg, don't fall for it. A friend of mine applied this, stayed silent to manipulation, and the toxic relationship crumbled. This rule helps you understand yourself better. Practice. In arguments, choose silence and reflect inwardly. Rule 8. Daily self-reflection. Rule number 8. Daily self-reflection for growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A person's strength is measured by how few can conquer their mind." Reflection helps spot illusions and reclaim power. Example: after work, ponder, who controlled my emotions today? A businessman I know was drained by a narcissistic partner, but reflection helped him detach. Apply it. Journal for 10 minutes every night. Rule 9. Live simply and with moderation. Rule number 9. Live simply and with moderation to avoid dependence. Seneca warned, "Whoever can't master their emotions will be mastered by others." Simplicity keeps you from getting tangled in desires and manipulation. Expand. Reject luxuries from narcissists. Focus inward. A woman applied this. Cut back on needs and escaped a toxic relationship. Practice. Eliminate one excess thing each week. Rule 10. Seek wisdom continuously. Rule number 10. Seek wisdom continuously to become untouchable. Epictetus said, "You're here to save yourself." Read books, learn so you don't need external validation. Example: reading Marcus Aurelius's Meditations daily helped someone overcome manipulation. This rule ties it all together, changing your life forever. Apply it. Read philosophy for 15 minutes a day. In summary, these 10 Stoic rules aren't just theory. They're practical tools to change your life forever. From focusing on what you control to seeking wisdom, you'll become calmer, stronger, and free from manipulation. Remember, Stoicism teaches us to conquer ourselves, not others. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if someone hurts you, keep your peace. That's the highest freedom. If this video resonates with you, subscribe to Stoic Mindful Life and join the community building inner strength. Drop a comment. I choose Stoicism to affirm your commitment. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Live Stoic, live meaningfully.